In the heart of a bustling Chicago winter, Emma Davis woke before dawn, as she always did. At 29, she felt decades older, worn down by endless shifts, sleepless nights, and the crushing weight of her 6-year-old daughter Lily's leukemia diagnosis. Their tiny apartment was cold. The heat had been shut off again for unpaid rent. Emma patched her broken shoe with duct tape, kissed Lily's forehead, careful not to wake her, and headed out into the freezing morning for another double shift at the Crown, an upscale restaurant where the elite dined without a second glance at the staff. Emma was a single mother, widowed 4 years earlier when her husband died in a construction accident. Every tip, every dollar went toward Lily's treatments. Insurance covered only so much, and the looming bone marrow transplant required a $180,000 deposit, an impossible sum on her $213 hourly wage plus tips. That evening, the restaurant buzzed with its usual crowd. No one wanted to serve the notorious Marcus Cole, the self-made tech billionaire known as the Ice King, for his ruthless business tactics and, infamous stinginess. He never tipped. Servers whispered about past zeros left on bills, but Emma, desperate for any extra income, volunteered. Marcus arrived alone, impeccably suited, his dark eyes scanning the room like a predator assessing threats. He was demanding from the start: water at exactly 70 degrees, no ice, lemon with rind removed. A Wagyu ribeye seared precisely 3 minutes 20 seconds per side, with shallots instead of pearl onions. Emma handled it all flawlessly, drawing on her sharp memory for orders and details, skills honed from juggling tables under pressure. As he ate, Marcus unexpectedly invited her to sit. "What's your story?" he asked coolly. Sensing no malice and thinking of Lily, Emma opened up. Her daughter's cancer, the mounting bills, her exhaustion. Marcus listened without emotion. "Relying on tips from strangers is a poor strategy," he said bluntly. Emma stood, hurt but defiant. "I fight every day for my child. That's more than luck." When Marcus left, Emma cleared the table and found a $0 tip scrawled boldly on the receipt. Humiliation washed over her as coworkers snickered. But under the plate lay a cream-colored note: Midnight, Pier 47 Warehouse. "Come alone. Prove you're a survivor, not a servant. MC." It screamed danger, but desperation won. Emma arranged for a neighbor to watch. Lillian took the late bus to the industrial docks. In a dimly lit warehouse, Marcus waited with folders of shipping manifests. "Someone's stealing $4 million annually from my company," he explained. "Find it in 90 minutes, and I'll pay $200,000, enough for your daughter's treatment." Emma, no expert in corporate fraud, drew on her waitress instincts, spotting patterns, inconsistencies, details others missed. She pored over weights, signatures, values. High-value shipments consistently lost. 7 to 9% weight under 1. Supervisor's sign-off DH Crane. Records didn't match manual logs. It was deliberate theft, hidden as variance. "David Harrison," Marcus muttered, fists clenched. His brother-in-law, chief operations officer. Emma had uncovered what elite auditors missed. Marcus wrote the check immediately. Then the offer: a job as operations analyst, $250,000 salary, full benefits including unlimited care for Lily and quarters on his estate. "I can't teach instinct," he said. "You see what others don't." Emma accepted, quitting the Crown that night. Life transformed. Lily's transplant succeeded spectacularly. Emma thrived in her role, exposing inefficiencies. But shadows loomed. Marcus's fiancée, Vanessa. Price, a sharp corporate attorney and David's sister, viewed Emma as a threat. At a gala, Emma overheard whispers of a coup. Vanessa and David plotting to oust. Marcus as CEO using his erratic decisions, like hiring an unqualified waitress. Then betrayal struck. Marcus confronted Emma with fabricated evidence. Hacked logs showing her leaking merger docs to a competitor. A suspicious deposit in her account doctored photos. Devastated, believing he'd been played, Marcus fired her, evicting her from the estate while vowing to cover Lily's care. Vanessa watched triumphantly. Emma and Lily ended up in a rundown motel, funds dwindling. But Emma refused to break. Researching Vanessa's family, she uncovered patterns: their father's embezzlement conviction, David's prior role at the rival firm. With help from an old contact, she accessed overlooked security footage showing Vanessa and David conspiring. Desperation taught her basics of digital forensics. A reused password granted access to damning emails, outlining the frame-up and takeover plot. Armed with proof, Emma contacted board member Robert Chen. Together, they stormed a critical board meeting where Vanessa pushed for Marcus's removal. Evidence projected, footage, emails, forged photos exposed. Vanessa's scheme crumbled. Authorities awaited her. Marcus apologized profoundly. "I was afraid of trusting, of caring." He confessed the zero tip was a test, kept the receipt as a reminder of true value, proposing partnership, equal. In business and life, he offered a ring, symbolizing commitment, not ownership. Emma accepted. Months later, married and co-leading coal industries, they founded a scholarship program for overlooked talents, single parents, service workers, dreamers dismissed by the world. At the first ceremony, Emma spoke. "A zero tip doesn't mean zero worth. What defines us is rising when the world says no, turning hardship into opportunity, paying kindness forward." Lily, healthy and vibrant, beamed beside them. From duct-taped shoes to building an empire of empathy, Emma proved resilience turns zeros into infinity. And in quiet moments, she and Marcus knew, sometimes the greatest fortunes start with a single act of faith in someone's unseen potential.